29 male, thought I found my wife. 25 female cheating on me with proof. After days, has the truth come out?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
29 male, thought I found my wife. 25 female cheating on me with proof. After days, has the truth come out? So I posted this on TIFU a couple of days ago and it blew up. I wasn't looking for that at all, I just wanted advice on how to proceed. The trolls took over, however, because of the post ended up getting removed after they found in my post history, which I didn't even know I had one because this is a shared account with my twin brother. No one cared to believe me over there, but it is true. However, I am not gonna go off and post a picture with my brother and give away my identity. Not how this works. Regardless, this was my first post ever as I'm usually just a lurker of Reddit and enjoy it very much. However, I need someone to talk to about this and I didn't want to turn to my family just yet not knowing the severity of it. So it turned out to Reddit. People were saying I am karma whoring or whatever that even means. I honestly don't know enough about Reddit to know the relevance to that. Anyways, on to the story. I am simply just going to copy past it. So today, January 11, 2015, I wake up like any normal Sunday around 11 in the morning and head to the bathroom to take a piss. My wife is doing her hair because she has some nail decorating thing with my side of the family today while I watch some football alone. Was excited? Well, as I am peeing, her phone goes off and it was sitting on the top of the toilet, so I see it as a snap. She picked the phone up real quick and dragged the status bar down. Then right back up without looking at the snap, then hit the power button to turn the phone off. Android HTC 1M8. Red flag number 1. Reason being, she always just looks at the snap around me because we know everyone we talk to. We don't hide anything from each other, so I thought. So she eventually leaves to go to the family thing doing nails and all whatever. I sit down on my computer to play some poker while I am watching the games, and wouldn't you know it, an ad for Snapchat pops on my web browser. It immediately makes me think of what happened this morning, which I had already forgotten about because I am simply let things go very easily and I probably would of this as well. However, dun dun dun, I never snoop, ever. I am one who trusts you 100% until you do something to make me feel otherwise. However, I had a really bad pit in my stomach and felt this 100% was in jeopardy and decided to log into her Snapchat. Password was fairly simple to figure out, so I am in. First thing I see is an unopened chat message from some person that I have never seen before. I opened it up and I want you very, very badly. So now immediately I am like, what the fuck? Now keep in mind, I am a very mild-tempered person and do not get mad very easily. However, I am about to flip shit at this point. However, I get logged out. I guess she logged back in and you can only be logged in on one phone at a time. Then, logged back in and she said something that I didn't screenshot saying that something logged her out and she didn't see what he said. He then said this. I must have missed something she said in between as well. You know, since it deletes everything you say after you close it. Had 2 snaps recently, just asking how it was and I miss you. Now I am like, who the fuck? Later on, I found out is a co-worker that is also her boss while her real boss isn't in the office. So now I am sitting here thinking, I want to hear something more convincing, so I simply respond as her saying, oh yeah, what do you miss most? Hoping this would squash what I thought was happening in my head. Nope, This is what he said. About you, I miss your smile and conversation in person. We can laugh about anything, and the sex is amazing. I immediately just lose a feeling in my body. I sit in my chair and basically just blank stare thinking of my life in ruins. We were just talking about starting to try and have our first kid. We have been married for 3 years now. We have two houses. One we lived in and one we rent. We make good money. We have sex very frequently. She has shown no signs of dissatisfaction at home. Why would she do something like this? I honestly just didn't know what to do, so I went on to just say, busted out of impulse. Well, I then just got out of because I had seen enough. However, about 5 minutes later, I was curious too if he had said anything. Well, I logged back in because she logged me back out again, and his message was gone. Assuming she now knows that I know, well, I reopen his text box and see this. Hence, it says yesterday at the top. No clue how or why this came up. I do feel I can be completely honest with you whenever you ask me anything. Such a good thing we have. Great friendship and great sex. What else could you ask for? I even wanted to cry, and in fact, I did. She is away at a family function, and I am sitting at home now for hours with nothing to do but ponder what I am going to do when she gets home. I have a really close friend I feel I can talk to about anything and ended up doing just that. I showed her everything I saw and told her about it all. I then started thinking about all those times she stayed longer for happy hour and worked for functions, etc. FML. Well, she finally gets home and I immediately say, "Can I see your phone?" She hands it to me like nothing is up and is like, "Hi to you too." I then go to her messages to see if maybe she was dumb enough to leave something in there. Oh look, a cleaned up inbox. She never deletes anything on her phone, ever. By the way, I did continue an actual conversation with him via Snapchat, and basically, you can tell he found out it wasn't her and started trying to cover his tracks. Because he is also married and has two kids. And just bought a new house. He was saying, haha, and lol to everything at this point, acting like it was all a joke, which I will get to. So then I opened her Snapchat and pulled up his text box, and the chat I showed you with what she said is still there. She reads it and is like, "I don't know why that is there and why are you going through my phone? Is that why it kept logging me out of Snapchat?" I said, "Yes, it is. Can you explain this?" She then reads it again and says, "You can assume what you want, but I sent another one after that saying great sex jokes because she forgot the word jokes. This was her excuse for the whole thing as is that this is something they joke about all the time at work and their whole department does it." I am like, okay, well, if that is the case, then can you please explain this? I then show her the first 3 snaps shown above. She just kept reading them over and over without saying a word, as well as some that I didn't show of me continuing the conversation with him, which is irrelevant. But she didn't know what to say, so she just kept reading, I guess, waiting for me to say something. To me, she was just admitting guilt because she didn't know what to say immediately and was got. The last thing I want is this. She wears up and down that she never has even thought of cheating on me, and that is really was a joke. I have no physical proof, but what you see is pretty hard not to believe. Plus, the kicker being, it's on Snapchat, which is designed to erase everything you say or send once you close it. I don't really use the app too much, but I know what and how it works. We had it out for a good 3 hours, and it was just an argument going in circle after the first half hour. She kept trying to bring up stupid crap to change the subject here and there, and I would derail her and put her back on subject, and it would be just become silent. She just didn't know what to say. She started saying, "You want me to delete him?" You want me to get a new job? Stuff along those lines, and honestly, to me, that is just admitting guilt even more. I seriously just don't know what to do, and I am hating life right now. I am so full of adrenaline that there is no way I am sleeping tonight, so I guess I am calling out of work in the morning. I would, I'd rather just never seen what I did in the bathroom because if she really is telling the truth, I think it is past the point of where I can ever really believe her. It'll always be in the back of my head while having sex, or just in general.